Hi YouTube, this is Threonin here with another episode of City Skylines. So as you can see, our city has grown quite a bit since the last episode. I have added a lot of high density buildings like high density commercial zone and high density residential. So we have a lot of, obviously a lot of high density buildings. In here I added a new neighborhood which has a university which is at 789 students, which is quite a lot. I've also added another high school, the Northside High School, because we have a lot of high school students in the city and one high school wasn't enough. I also added office buildings, so this is a new addition to our city, the office buildings which will use industry, which fulfill the demand for industry. I also added a metro system, so as I'm going to show you, we have now a small metro, one line only, a small metro service going across the main part of the city and into the main industrial area. I've also added a train station, a cargo train terminal, allowing the trucks to deliver cargo to this terminal, which will be then expedited by train towards the outer part of the city and into international lands. So this will obviously alleviate congestion in our roads, alleviate truck congestion in our roads. And as you can see, I'm already starting to get a lot of congestion. The landfill site is almost empty, so when this arrives at 0%, I will delete this and stay with only the incineration plants working. What else is new? I have a huge line of cars just wanting to get in the city because I don't know what's going on. I think this is bugged and all the cars stopped in this intersection. I don't know why. And I have also added this new road to alleviate congestion, so that the traffic can flow directly into the bridge and into that area over there. So this is now a roundabout with lots of exits and entry points. In here, the Highland Park is going steady. I had quite a few abandoned buildings, but the residential demand increased, and now I think all is fine. I have a little problem, so as you can see, I have some canals built. I have shallow canals because I started experimenting with them, and what I did was I built a canal from here, from this side to here, and what happened is that as you can see, I have a depression in here. So when I built the canal from here, the water flown from the river into the canal, and because this side is lower than the water level on this side, I started to overflow my entire city. So all this part of the city and also this part in here, which are the shallow ones, I believe, they all got flooded. And so I had to build a huge canal system, all across this, and I have to demolish this part, I had to demolish this neighborhood right here, and not this one, but this one. I had to demolish this one right here to build a canal system so that the water could flow out of the city and into the canals. Luckily, the physics in this game allow for water evaporation, so the water steadily evaporated from these canals and I demolished them all, except this one right here, which is the last bit of water, and it's still evaporating, but when it finally evaporates, I'm gonna delete it and it will be like as if nothing has ever happened. So let's see if it will evaporate during the time of this episode. If not, we shall see. So what else is interesting? I think we left our previous episode with the Hawthorne Park developing. This is our nightclub area, so we have a lot of discos and bar. Okay. So I just upgraded to a big city, which is interesting, I guess. and I can now build a zoo. Nice. Okay, so I have a crematorium and a water treatment plant. I'm gonna build a water treatment plant straight away. When I say straight away, I mean when I finish giving you guys the tour. So as you can see, the night district is just going fine. There's, I don't know, where's this house? A tea and biscuits. Okay, that's interesting. So as you can see, the night district is going fine, and in here I have a tourist district. It's the Hamity Square. So I have these buildings, these tall buildings in here. All this neighborhood, it's all tourist buildings. So a lot of hotels, I believe, and bars, nightclubs. So it's all dedicated to attracting tourists. And in here I have the traditional commercial zone with office buildings right here. And I finish off with my university and the park in front of the university. So as you can see, that is basically what I did. I also expanded the oil mining district. Pumping is our business, so it is now. I'm getting a shortage of power. Let me just add. I can also build now a hydropower plant. So I'll be looking into that soon enough. Let me just build another of these ones. So I don't know where I could build a hydropower, considering the land I have. Maybe I could close this lake and build a canal from here to here, so the water will flow from here to this lake in here and accumulate, generating hydropower plant. But I think that's way too much trouble and way too much money, and I would have to raise all this pier so that the water wouldn't overflow my city once again. So I don't think that's worth it, and I'm gonna wait until I have the nuclear power plant and build one of those, because it's more cost effective, and well, it's just it isn't as much work. So I think I haven't showed you guys this. I have a connection from the main road to Cherry Heights and then to Crest Park, our oil business place. I also built this. It's a sidewalk and a path for bicycles to go from Cherry Hills to Crest Park, and so that people can work in here and go by bike and such. I have a lot of movement going on in the bridge, like mostly trucks and all, but yeah, that's overall how our city is going. I also upgraded this to a main avenue because I was getting quite a lot of traffic. And so basically, as you can see, most of the city is now high residential areas. I'm still upgrading as the demand continues to rise, but for the most part it's mainly, I'm just gonna upgrade these ones in here, but for the most part it is mainly high residential. So I think I'm just gonna upgrade and demolish these water drain pipes and build some low pollution water treatment plants so that I can get rid of this irritating pollution. I think I'm gonna build it. I think I'm gonna build them on the same place in here, and I'm gonna build. Let me see what's the capacity of them. So they where is it? Drain capacity. That's that, and this one, yeah. And my sewage production is 173. This is 160. So I have to build them. I have to build two, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And then I will be connecting them to the main grids in here. I'm just gonna wait until they connect, until they start spewing out garbage water, polluted water. I mean, hopefully not so polluted water. So this one is going up, and I'm just waiting for this one to come online, and there we go. Let's demolish these ones. Demolish this one, and let's go. So we have now we should be getting now cleaner water. So what I also intend to do is create a railway system. Now I want to create a railway that goes from Crest Park to Cherry Heights. I mean, it starts at Cherry Heights or finishes, depending on what your view is. So it comes from here to Crest Park, crosses the bay in here into this place in here near the university and the top part of this neighborhood, and it goes all the way to here, finishing having a station near Willow Lane, and that's it. I think maybe connecting Willow Lane to here, to this industrial area. So I think I'm gonna do just that and see what we can do. Maybe I should be doing something about this. I don't know what's going on, why the cars just slow down, why the cars that come on this lane just slow down. I don't know. If you have any idea, please let me know in the comment section, because this is pretty annoying and it's creating a lot of traffic. So yeah, I have a lot of money, and as you can see, I have a major tax influx. I have a weekly income of 11,000, so that's pretty decent. I think I have accumulated a lot of money because of these talks that I do, so I'm not... what the hell is going on in here? So I spend a lot of time just talking to you guys, and the money just keeps on rolling in. So I'm gonna build another one of this. I don't know why the electricity production has just dropped. Maybe because it's because of the yeah, it's because of the incineration status. So the garbage has now emptied, so I can demolish it. And so we have less garbage accumulating in the incineration plant, and I think that's why it has dropped. That's why the production, the electrical production has dropped. So I'm gonna have to build another one. Let me see how this is going to get, and another one. Okay, so for now this is pretty decent, but I hope I unlock the nuclear power plant pretty soon enough. So yeah, I have to accumulate 2/3 of the total people I have. The problem with solar power plants is that they don't produce electricity at night. So yeah, there's that. That's not very... considering the dynamics of the game nowadays, it's not very good. One thing I've noticed is this map has a lot of rain and fog, so most of the times I can't even see my city because it's either raining or night or it's foggy. So that's kind of annoying, but what are you going to do, right? That's just the way it goes. So I have a lot of buses in here, that's why I created these bus lanes. And yeah, overall I think the city is going just fine. I have, as you can see, a huge demand for industry and commercial areas, so I'm gonna develop that in a little while. I'm just gonna start creating the railway system and see what we can do. So I think I'm gonna start this side and work my way around here from there and see what we can do. So let's go. I'm gonna start building it. So maybe I think I'm gonna maybe create in here. Let me see where I can do this. So maybe if I want to expand further, maybe near the incineration plants, because no one wants to build near the incineration plants. So there shouldn't... yeah, let's start by building that there. As you can see, the land has risen, which will facilitate building a bridge over this. I mean building this bridge over here. Let's build that. Not so high. I don't know if this... does this make anything? Let me see. Let's... yeah. Maybe like this. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna stay like this. It's very good, I guess. It's close enough. Let's put it high level, yeah, or medium. I'll put it in a medium way, and just build our way outwards from here. So I'm gonna create a pillar in here, and then go to here. Then I want to build another train station near this water channel. So I'm just gonna continue creating my railway in a straight line until here, and I'm building elevated tracks because in the future it will be easier. It will be easier to build under them or whatever, or whatever the fuck I want to do at the time. So yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward until they are built. So folks, I just finished building the first train network system. I decided, due to monetary reasons, to build the last train station in Crest Park and not in Cherry Heights. I mean, for now I don't think it's worth it to expand that further, and I don't know if it will be worth it or not, but in the future I intend to build another train station in Cherry Heights, connect it to there, and then connect Cherry Heights directly to the first train station in here in the industrial park. So right now the train is just traveling through this massive big ass bridge all across the bay, and in a new feature which I just recently discovered, you can now build tunnels in City Skylines. This is the original game, this isn't a mod, so you can now build tunnels, and I built a train tunnel underneath this park all the way to this train station in here, which is then connected directly to this one, and it travel in the future. When this water evaporates, I just will build straight ahead and not have the train do this stupid curve. So the train goes through here to here, and then it arrives in here in the industrial park, the last station. So far this is the transport system that I have. Obviously at the moment there aren't a lot of people using it, but this is built for the future, not for immediate use. So now let's see what the heck is going on in our city. We have a lot of warnings going on. This is people who are sick and with lots of crimes. So we are going to build a hospital which costs 6,500. So we have our medical center in there. Let me see. Yeah, it's almost at full capacity. We are probably, let me see, depending on the health of our citizens, yeah, I think I'm gonna demolish this health center and build the hospital in there instead. And I'm also will upgrade the police to the police headquarters to handle this higher crime rate. I've also built a crematorium in here in the farm place in Willow Lane, because I was getting a lot of deaths, and that is annoying. You don't want a lot of death going on in your city. I mean, not a lot of death, but a lot of people not getting, a lot of dead people not getting moved out of the places they died into cemeteries and multiple problems. Okay, so I really need to build this hospital, and I will probably upgrade this street as well, because we have a lot of traffic going on, and I need a clear street for the ambulances to move on. So I'm gonna upgrade this street. I think I'm just gonna upgrade this part in here so that I can get a better flow of the traffic, and I'm gonna build a hospital in here. I'm gonna say sorry to all these residences, but the hospital needs to be in a central location, and that is where I'm going to place it. So I'm just gonna demolish this right here and build my hospital there, if it fits, obviously. And it does fit, so there we go. Okay, so I've built the hospital. We should get now a massive, yeah, 7, we already got 7, 11, so we have a lot of ambulances being dispatched to all parts of the city, and this is going to perfectly handle all the sickness that we have, and pretty soon enough all these sick people should be fine. So as you can see, we already have 15 ambulances in use, so that's a lot. I had to demolish a lot of buildings, so I'm going to maybe quick upgrade some of this into high residential, and because I will get pretty soon enough a demand for residential, so I'm just gonna upgrade this neighborhood right here and hope that it develops. So we already have some people using the trains, not a lot of them though. I don't know why even if I develop the city a lot, I won't still be getting a lot of people using the train stations. I don't know why. If you do know why, please let me know in the comment section below. Keep in mind though that this is built for the future, so that's why it's in the periphery of the city, and eventually I want the city to build around these train tracks, increasing the usage and the flow of it. What I also want is to upgrade the bus system, because I have quite a few places that don't have access to the bus system, so that's something I want to improve. Like this one, this is critical too. It's critical to have a bus system connected to this train station, so I want to do that. And yeah, so there are quite a few problems that need. I have this burnt out. There are quite a few problems that I want to solve, and in the next episode I'm pretty certain they will be solved, so don't miss on it, because I certainly want. And I guess this concludes. So we have, as you can see, we have a lot of people in here that are sick, but the hospital will soon take care of them. So I think this concludes our episode of City Skylines. So thank you for watching this 3 Onion with obviously another episode of City. So goodbye.